equal temper spacing or equal temperament. It makes each semitone equally spaced throughout an octave. Okay, it's what it does. Now, we've been talking a lot in private messages on Facebook, a lot of people asking me about short scale lengths and long scale lengths. What's the difference? What's the advantage or disadvantage of each? And how do they know to lay the frets out in the right place for whatever scale length they are? We know Martin has a standard scale length, and they also have a short scale length and a long scale length. And all three of those are totally different from Gibson scale lengths and Fender and some other companies. But how do they all do this? It's the things that keep coming up, and what's the disadvantages and advantages or whatever to them? Well, very long ago, they came up with this thing called the Rule of 18, okay? They would decide what they wanted their scale length to be, whether it be short, medium, long, whatever. Okay, decide what your scale length is, measure it, divide 18 into that number, and that will give you a number, a measurement, from your nut to the first fret, okay? And take what's left over, divide 18 into that again, that'll give you another number. That's the distance from the first fret to the second fret. Take what's left over, divide 18 into it, it'll give you the numbers where your third fret will go. And, you know, on down the line to however many frets. When you get down to the 12th fret, of course, you're halfway there. You could put more frets on, but it would be so close together and probably impossible to reach, especially on acoustic guitars. But that's how they came up with that. And then it was, I don't know when they changed that rule of 18. Well, they honed in on it, you know, as years went by and technology got better and guys and gals got smarter. They changed that number to a more accurate number, 17.817, I think, is the number that you would divide into the scale length, whatever distance your scale that you decided, 17.817, I think, or maybe it's 71. Anyways, that's the number they would divide into the scale length to get, you know, where their frets would go. Okay, the difference in, or the advantages or disadvantages, I don't know if there's that many differences or not. I mean, you know, you're going to get a different, probably with a longer scale length, the strings are going to vibrate a little bit longer. They vibrate in an elliptic pattern, so, you know, it's longer. You would think it would ring out maybe a little bit, be a little more ballsy. I don't really know if that's the case. You can decide. But bending, let me give you an example here, okay? Say this is tuned in standard tuning, and it should be, alright? I'm not sure what the scale length on this guitar is, but let's say we put a capo on the second fret, okay? Now, we're one step higher than we was without the capo. So, leave the capo on the second fret and tune the guitar back down to where it's in this G, again, with the capo on it. Alright? Now, let's just say the capo's the nut now. And, you know, you got a capo on, you hit a G chord, and it is a G, even with the capo on. We just shortened the scale length. One thing that does is make the strings very, very loose. I mean, if you're into bends and stuff like that, short scale length, you'd make it way easier to bend the strings. It's shorter, and you're having to tune it down because it's shorter to get the same pitch. I hope that makes sense. If you think about it, it should. But, you know, it changes your sound. It's got to affect your sound and how it rings out. And the scale was never perfect. I mean, you know, you can calculate and calculate and calculate, and the number that they came up with, that is 17.817, is as close as they could get to make every fret, every string note out perfect all the way up the neck. And, you know, it's not perfect, though. It's the laws of physics. There's no way to get it perfect. You can get it very close, but you can't get it perfect. Short scale may be a little easier to play, you know, especially when it comes to bending and stuff. But in acoustic guitars, I think you sacrifice a little bit of sound with a shorter scale. You know, that's just my, I don't know if that's true or not, it's just my thoughts. On an acoustic guitar, you know, the shorter this scale length is, it's going to sound different. You'll see, and you can decide for yourself. But that's all that is that's the way they do it. It's how they come up with these numbers. A lot of companies use what they call 12 through to 2. And that's taking that, I believe, if I remember right, it's taking that 17.817 and, you know, doing it that way. But that's how they calculate where the frets go, and, you know, it's all got to do with the scale length. The longer your scale length is, the farther apart your frets are going to be. The shorter your scale length is, the closer your frets will be. And like I say, bends will be easier because the strings will be looser. It's common sense, you know. You're tuning that string to the same pitch, but it's a shorter scale length, so they're going to be looser. They're going to be easier to bend and easier to chord, but they're not going to sound quite like, you know, a longer scale length. There's going to be a difference there, which you'll see. But anyways, that's my explanation on scale length. It's a dirty quick one. Man, you can get into all kinds of numbers and fractions and figures and the many different ways that they've went about doing it. Scale lengths can be really mind-boggling. I hope that helps some of you guys out, or shed some light on it anyways. I've got an idea for a video. I get all kinds of questions on Facebook, and if you guys ever want to ask me anything, do it on Facebook. And occasionally I look in there and I see it, but if you want to get a hold of me, do it on Facebook. And that's what I've been getting, a lot of questions and stuff, so I'm going to do a video of requests. Someone wanted to know how to steam out a dent in a guitar. I'll show you how I do it. What else? I can't remember what the questions were right now, but there were some good questions. And I thought, man, I could take all this stuff, put it together, and make a video of all of it, you know. Just go through it quickly and explain, show you how I do it. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be some kind of request video. I'm not sure yet, but watch for it. It's coming to a channel near you. Thanks to the new subscribers. Man, you guys, I'm digging it, rocking. Comment, baby. Say hello, something, anything. And I will see you on another fix real soon, or music video, something. I'm not sure what yet, but probably maybe the request video. We'll see. Cheers to you.